Hey guys, it's Shaden back for another Canadian reselling video. Today we're going to talk about the tariffs and all the struggles that we've been having lately. I know it's been a pretty rough one out there. There's a lot of uncertainty. Canada Post has been going on strike, and I don't see a lot of people talking about what they're doing to kind of get through those situations. So I'm here to share with what I've been doing, and hopefully it can help you out, or maybe you guys can help me out or suggest anything. I think this would be a great place for people to kind of talk about ideas. I know I'm a little late talking about this. I'd also like to get into the international shipping program, so let's get right into it. The biggest thing right now is tariffs. Tariffs are kind of affecting everyone right now in different ways. I'm assuming it's contributing to store slowdown, traffic slowdown, customers not buying when they normally would, just because they're unsure if they're going to get hit with a tariff at the door when the package arrives. So far, I've maybe had one, maybe two complaints with buyers, and it's only been on more expensive items. I think both items were over $200, so they were both U.S. buyers, and they did claim that they were hit with a tariff. One customer actually did reach out to me and let me know that he knew it wasn't my fault and that he was just a little frustrated, and he let me know that he would take care of that. It was between him and his government or his country's customs. So take that as you may. That's only 2 sales out of hundreds, so I haven't had too many issues with tariffs. I've just kind of been trucking along, making sure I'm putting the correct country of origin in, and going from there. So that's where we're at with tariffs. Definitely seen a drop in US customers for sure. Most of my sales have been international and Canada since the tariffs took effect. So it's definitely affecting buyer behavior in a sense. So if you're a Canadian reseller too, you're definitely feeling it. Next, I want to talk about the international shipping program. eBay has announced that they're supposed to be releasing an international shipping program for Canadian resellers. I have heard from some that it has been implemented for them. I haven't personally seen anything. I have spoke to eBay twice on the matter, and they've assured me that I'm on the list and that it'll be happening soon. At this point, it's November 2nd, so it did not happen by October 31st, like we were told in our original message from eBay. So we're still waiting on updates from that. Let me know if you guys have had any luck with international shipping. How it's supposed to work is we're going to be shipping to a hub in Toronto directly, and then eBay's going to either inspect the package, repackage it, and send it out themselves internationally from there. So we're hoping that that's going to be a big step in the right direction for eBay Canada, get us on a similar program that our US competition has been able to take advantage of for so long. So that's pretty exciting, but still nothing yet on my front. In the meantime, with the lack of US buyers, I've kind of doubled down on international shipping normally, as it normally stands on eBay. I've been shipping out to every country I can that I haven't had any issues with, mostly through Canada Post. Now, I did start having issues with that when Canada Post decided to go on strike, and we'll talk about that shortly. But at first, it was going very well. I was actually shipping quite a few packages internationally, and customers were willing to pay the extra shipping fee. I just basically measured the packages as they stand, put in the dimensions, and when the customer paid, I have calculated shipping, so it just calculates the shipping automatically, and then I package it up and send it out to whoever wants it, and include all the paperwork that eBay has provided. Now, I did have a couple instances when I was shipping to Brazil where Canada Post or something happened at the border where Brazil customs wouldn't accept the package for whatever reason, even though I included all the documents that eBay had essentially printed out for me. Both buyers did open item not received cases. In this instance, neither package was returned to me. It ended up just sitting in limbo in the mail, so I just responded saying to get them to contact Canada Post to see if they could work out anything to get the package to them, which is basically within eBay's policy. That's all I needed to do. eBay checked the tracking and I guess contacted the customers and basically worked out that neither of us were at fault, and refunded both the customer and allowed me to keep the funds from both transactions. So there was no issues there, but I did stop shipping to Brazil after I had 2 instances. So let me know if you guys have had any issues shipping shipping to Brazil. I'd love to hear that in the comments. That's basically the only country I've had any issues with. And this was all great until Canada Post started going on strike, of course. Really, all I could do is start using FedEx and UPS. And as you guys know, they're a little bit more expensive in the international shipping department. Not so much in local shipping. It's actually not too bad. It's pretty much on par with Canada Post. The only times it's not is when it's like a really rural location in Canada, or an international shipment, of course. With the international shipment pricing from UPS and FedEx, it was pretty much impossible at that point to continue sending packages out internationally to international customers, which basically got me stuck limited with Canada customers only, which is great. Canada customers are great, but they're far and few in between sometimes. So I do rely heavily on that extra traffic from USA and international buyers. So what have I done to solve this problem? Well, lately I have been only focusing on high sell-through rate items, only things that are 100% sell-through rate or more. I don't know if you guys know about sell-through rate. For those of you that don't know what sell-through rate is, I can go over it real quick with you. We'll hop over here onto eBay, and let's just say I'm in the thrift store and I'm looking at an item and I want to know how much it is. So I go onto my eBay app and I type in, I'm going to do it on my computer, but it's basically the same thing. So let's say we come across a Canon PowerShot digital camera. Type it in here. Let's pick one of these model numbers, the ELF350, just to narrow it down to a model number, which is what you should do when you're in the thrift store anyway. Model numbers are the best way to pinpoint your item and get exactly what you're looking at on the computer or your phone. And we'll see here that there are 269 active listings for the Canon PowerShot ELF350. The next thing we want to do is we want to go down to, and on your phone it's actually easier to do, but you want to scroll down here to completed and sold listings and check both boxes. It's a little tricky. Once you're up here, you'll see that there are 74 sold. So in this case, this would not be 100% sell-through rate. So what we're actually doing here is we're taking how many of the items are listed on eBay and we're dividing it by how many have sold in the last 90 days. And what that gives you is basically a percentage that you can then decide how quickly your item is going to sell within that 90-day period. So in this case, it's a pretty low sell-through rate. So basically, we'll take the number that sold, 74, and divide it by 369, which I believe was the number of how many were listed. And that comes out to a sell-through rate of 20%. So that's not very good. But Shaden, you said digital cameras were one of the best things to sell on eBay. Why is the sell-through rate so low? Well, it may be that we're not using the correct keywords in our search here. A lot of the time, you got to put in tested or other descriptions, just to make sure that you're getting all your listings that are correct. And you can check just by doing a quick look here to see whether you have all the same cameras listed that you're actually looking at. It could also be that this particular model we chose is a super high-end one, and it might actually be one that people aren't buying. But when you check the model numbers, you certainly will find lots that are over 100%. Let's just do a check here and add the keyword tested, which I've already done here. And just from what I'm seeing here, there may be a couple variations of this particular camera, which may be throwing us off. So I'm also going to put in black and see what happens. All right, now we only have 6 listed. So that makes sure that we're getting all the same cameras here. So we know they're tested. I'm sure there's lots that were for parts there, because it is an expensive camera, and I'm sure it'll still sell for parts even at a high price. So now if we go to completed and sold listings, $14. So it's well over a 200% sell-through rate for this particular camera. If you were to pick this up, that would be an excellent deal. You'd probably find this for $10 on the shelf there, hanging on the racks, would be my guess in the bags. So keep an eye out for Canon PowerShot ELF350, because that's certainly a good pickup there. Now, there is a next step here. I was talking about how only having access to Canadian customers has affected how I'm actually looking this stuff up. So there is one more step that I've been adding to this process lately to kind of keep my sales going. And I'm going to let you guys in on the secret here. So we'll go back to the computer. What you want to do next is actually do the same thing we just did. What we're going to actually check this box right here to Canada only. This ensures I'm only looking at sales in Canada as opposed to USA as well. So this ensures that not only am I going to sell, like with a high demand item like this, it's not so important because people are going to buy it whether they're USA, Canada, doesn't matter. You're still going to sell this item because it's super high demand. But in those more gray area items, definitely this allows you to condition what's selling in Canada only, allowing you to kind of narrow your view on the market and keep your buying within what Canadians are looking for. And this has definitely kept my sales going. It is getting a little slow going into November, which is a little concerning, but we're hoping to pick that up soon in Q4, and Black Friday is coming soon. So we're just all hanging in there. Let me know how your sales have been going, because mine are certainly just chugging along at the same rate, basically, with no growth. So we'll see how that goes going into the holidays. That just about wraps it up for this video, you guys. Let me know if there's anything I missed or anything else you guys want to talk about. These are definitely a few challenges that we've had lately as Canadians. Let me know how you guys have solved some of these issues, whether you've run into these issues. Let me know in the comments. I'd love to hear it. Let's help each other out and stick together. Thanks again if you tuned in the video for this long. I'll see you guys next time.